Hey guys, David here, and in this video I'm going to show you 6 bikes that I'm really looking forward to riding in 2018. As you know, if you watch my video linked above, 2017 was a good year for a road bike, and I picked out some of my favourite bikes that I rode and tested in the past year. But going forward, 2018 looks like being another good year, with some really interesting new bikes and developments on the horizon to look forward to. So I picked out 6 bikes. I could easily have picked out loads more and this video would have been 3 or 4 times longer, but you haven't got time to watch a long video, so I'm going to keep it short, and these 6 bikes represent some of the highlights I think that we'll be talking about over the next 12 months. I'll kick things off with probably the most improved bike of 2017, which gets an update of sorts in 2018. It's the Specialized Tarmac SL6 with disc brakes. So this bike hasn't actually been launched yet, Specialized hasn't revealed any details, but it's clear they have a bike ready because there are some pictures on the internet that show what looks like a SL6 with disc brakes. So the SL6 was a good bike because it was lighter, it was stiffer, more aero and more comfortable than the previous bike, and a really good looking bike too. But I think with the addition of disc brakes, I think it'd be a really good bike for 2018. And with the UCI and British Cycling relaxing their stance on disc brakes in races, this could be a good option if you're looking for a race bike for a new season ahead. As you can see, it looks very similar to the normal bike I tested last year. Same sort of frame design. I'm guessing they're going with 12mm through axles front and rear with flat mount calipers. Internal routing for the brake hoses. Looks a nice package. What will be interesting is how this differs in terms of weight and how much heavier it is than the rim brake version, or whether it's the same weight or even lighter. So time will tell on that one. But that's a good bike to start this list off with, and let's crack on to the next one. On to the next bike, and it is the Scott Foil Aero Road Bike with disc brakes. You can probably spot a bit of a theme here. So the Foil was first launched back in 2011, one of the first of the Aero Road Bike breed. Updated a few years ago, and now updated for 2018 with disc brakes. Some really interesting details on this bike. The most interesting of all is the new fork, and it's got this dropout which has been enlarged to shield the brake caliper from the airflow. So it looks like they've done a lot of work to try and reduce the drag that disc brakes provide over rim brakes. And it'd be interesting to see how that compares to the normal foil in a wind tunnel and in real world testing. So that's an interesting bike for New Year. A very fast bike now available with disc brakes. On to the next bike, and it's a giant Propel, another aero road bike with disc brakes. So the original bike was launched in 2011 at a Tour Down Under, I think it was. Maybe later than that. But for 2018, being completely updated, the frame had changed quite a bit from the previous design, quite a bit different around head tube and the rear seat stay area. There's disc brakes, it'd be interesting to see what they use. I'm guessing 12mm through axles and flat mount disc brakes, internal cable routing. One detail to note is the new one-piece carbon fibre handlebar and stem, which is designed to route all the cables for the brakes and the gears inside the handlebar and stem, just to keep them out of the airflow and really clean up how the air flows around the front part of the bike there. We're seeing that as a bit of a trend on aero road bikes. Canyon, Specialized, Trek, they've been doing similar handlebars as well, so that's a key feature of aero road bikes for 2018. On to the next bike, and we have a BMC TeamMachine SLR01. So it doesn't look like it's changed much. It looks very reminiscent of the previous bike, but it has been refined over the years, and it's still one of my favourite road bikes. A really nice blend of stiffness, comfort and handling, and it's everything you want in a lightweight, stiff current race bike. But for 2018, it's a new model and it's now available with disc brakes for the first time in this bike's history. So there's 2 versions of the frame. There's a regular rim brake version, which is lighter than the previous model, and there's also a disc brake version we have here. The interesting thing is that they clearly designed both bikes in parallel because the weight difference is 10 or 20 grams. So they really worked on carbon fibre layout to minimise the weight penalty of disc brakes. Combine that with a new Dura-Race group set, I think you have a really lightweight race bike there. That probably comes underneath the UCI 6.8 kilogram weight limit. A closer look at the rear end of the BMC TeamMachine clearly shows a 12mm through axle and flat mount disc brake caliper. 2 things have become standard on all new disc brake road bikes being launched at the moment. One thing that's not standard yet is the disc rotor and the size of that disc rotor. We're seeing Shimano recommend 140mm, while SRAM recommends 160. And manufacturers are kind of going a bit split really, to be honest, and we're seeing bikes come out with both 160 in the front, 140 in the rear, some going smaller, some going larger. For the Pro Peloton and the UCI to really put their weight behind disc brakes, we need to see a standard. I reckon they go 160 in the end. The larger size is better at dealing with heat, and it suits the bigger riders as well, and there's a little weight penalty for lightweight riders, so I think that's the way to go, but don't take my word for it. Next up we have the Whyte Wessex One. Now the 1 in the name signifies the 1x11 drivetrain, and that's a key feature of this bike. The Wessex launched, I think 2 years ago, a carbon fibre endurance bike that took all of Whyte's mountain bike expertise and applied it to a road bike designed for British conditions. So we've got wide rims, wide tyres, tubeless tyres, disc brakes, clearance and mud guards, a really nice package, really nice handling bike. But the people at Whyte are real firm believers in 1x11 drivetrains and the benefits of ditching the front meg, and this bike is that first kind of foray into a 1x11 road bike future. I was really impressed with the previous Whyte Wessex, and I can't wait to ride this new version with a 1x11 drivetrain based on my time riding the 3T Strada, a 1x11 road bike too, which I was really impressed with. And on to my final bike in this roundup, and it is the new Mason Definition 2. So Mason Cycles is a small British brand with a really nice way of designing bikes that look really good. The Definition launched about 2 years ago. There's also a Resolution, which is a steel version, but they both have the same DNA, and that is a bike designed for all season riding. Designed for winter riding, summer riding, disc brakes, space of wide tyres, you can fit mud guards, really nicely designed frames and some really nice features on them. New for 2018, however, is that the Definition is now rolling on 12mm through axles with flat mount disc brake calipers. But in typical Mason fashion, they've done it in their own unique way. Developed really nice new dropouts, they look really smart on the frame, and there's a new fork as well with increased tyre clearance as an added benefit. So it looks like a really nice update to a really popular bike, and it's a bike I can't wait to ride in 2018. So those are my 6 picks of 2018, 6 bikes I'm really looking forward to riding and testing. But what are the bikes you are looking forward to riding in 2018? Do let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what bikes you're excited about in the year ahead of us. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and as ever, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.